Hey there, toy collector friends and Doctor Who fans alike. Welcome back to the channel. I'm the time-travelling toy collector. That's the 14th Doctor, and this is the Doctor Who brand new online exclusive 14th Doctor's sonic screwdriver. Now, I've not really done any highlighting of sonic screwdrivers thus far. I have made a point of collecting them. One of the reasons was the sonic screwdriver was one of the things from my childhood that made me super nostalgic for Doctor Who and really hooked me. And I don't know if any of you back in the 80s had the Doctor Who technical manual. It was a hardback book, but it had some specifications in it for some of the Doctor Who stuff and props and spaceships and this, that and the other. And one of the things it had was the sonic screwdriver. And my dad at the time, not my dad at the time because he's still my dad obviously, but at the time my dad was working with engineers who could laser cut metallic stuff. I'm now making stuff up because I don't really know the ins and outs of it, for it was a long time ago. But anyway, just bringing this into shot, and he actually, based entirely on the specifications of the technical manual, he made me this. Or he had this made for me, which is it's in one piece. It's the sonic screwdriver based on the tech specs in the technical manual, and it's a solid piece. It's very heavy, and of course it's way too big, not remotely the right scale. But when I was 7, 8 or 9, something like that, I didn't care. I just thought, wow, I've got this really hefty sonic screwdriver and it's incredible. It didn't beep, it didn't do anything. It was all driven and powered by my imagination, but we had nothing. We had very little. Had some Dennis Fisher stuff, and I only had the Dalek and the friction powered K9. So again, when I see Doctor Who toys mainstream, and I know there's issues around circulation and there's issues around distribution and blah blah blah, but I get very excited. So imagine how excited I was when I discovered that the online exclusive for this was beyond popular. Now there's also another version which I don't have, which is the standard retail release, but this version, which I think it's because of the vac metal parts around the base and around the emitter, was an online exclusive with the regenerative packaging. Also in keeping with the theme of the Regeneration Action Figure 2-pack, which the 14th Doctor figure here is from. So it's the character toys, character options, very online exclusive. And the first time it went on sale, I believe it basically sold out. Having crashed the website, it sold out. I think in about 20 minutes, half an hour. I mean, it may have been less, but it was amazing how it sold out. So I'll just give you a look at the packaging. The packaging itself, very simple, not too dramatic. You've got the toy there, product shots on the back, 14th Doctor there, 14th Doctor there, goodness me. And they both look the same, it's bizarre. Little bit of blurb about the 14th Doctor, how to insert batteries. It does come with some initial batteries that you can play with. I have already opened it because that's me. I wanted to get my hands on it and have a look at it, so it's not a true unboxing, I suppose, but it's a beautiful replica, and as I'm making this, I know that I'm going to be posting this just prior to the first of the 60th anniversary specials going live in the UK, so I know that there will be quite a lot of people looking forward to seeing this screwdriver in action in the episode, and I hope that we do. Who knows? But by the time you're watching this, that first special may have already aired. We may have seen all the specials. We may no longer be in the 60th anniversary year of Doctor Who, and that's fine, because you can still see it. And who knows, they may be out and about in the secondary market. Talking about the secondary market, here I am now just taking it out shelf that I've taken out. This toy, because it's a toy, I know it's a limited edition version, but it's still a toy. This toy cost me, in UK money, $29.99. Okay, it sold out again on the website. It was so popular they underestimated staggeringly, character options, character toys, underestimated staggeringly how many people would want this, and they've re-released it as an online exclusive again, and I think it was about an hour and 20 minutes this time. So they had more stock, clearly, and they had a queuing system, I think, built into it. But it sold out again. So already this limited edition is very limited. And whilst I don't tend to use this as a gauge, but if you look on the secondary market, I had a little look on online auction sites that you might be familiar with, and it's up there for like 140, 150 and upwards, and some of the people are bidding on it for more than that, which I think is madness, but it is limited edition. So if they now stick with it being a limited edition online exclusive, then you could be in a lot of luck in terms of a future investment. I mean, I'm slightly tongue-in-cheek because I don't really know that we'll ever see the sort of nostalgia rush that people have for Star Wars toys, the original Star Wars toys, in other lines. But as I say, it cost less than £30 in the UK, and on the same day, the online retailers, after it sold out, people are paying upwards of £140. That's quite the return, I'm not selling mine. I will put it with my collection. I have, however, purchased more than one. And the reason I've purchased more than one is that the other one is going to be part of a giveaway that I'm going to do. And I will do that in a separate video that will probably release slightly later on the same day. So keep a lookout a bit later on, once you've watched this, for a follow-up where I'll talk about my giveaway of an online exclusive Doctor Who sonic screwdriver from the 14th Doctor. Anyway, let's take a look at this. Let me move, or I'll pop that over there just so it's still in shot, but it's a little bit out of the way. So the beautiful sort of silver at the top and the brass effect at the bottom, really, it's the vac metal, like you see in some certain Star Wars figures, vac metal quality. I think it's the same size as the retail edition. It feels really nice in the hand, it holds well, and the mechanism is operated. There's a couple of elements to the mechanism. There's a push button element which generates the sounds and the lights. There we go, and I'll turn the light here off in a second so you can fully see it. By multiple presses, you change the sound. So 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. One of my favourites. I don't know, I can't remember how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's a little bit different as well. But you can also extend it like this, so up there, at which point these side emitters open. Don't overextend it, because I have heard some horror stories of this mechanism breaking, and you don't want that to happen. So this elevates. So it's a beautiful hybrid, I think, of several of the key sonic screwdrivers or laser screwdrivers that we've seen so far in the history of Doctor Who. We also have a clicky, rotating, clicky thing that also reminds me of the original R2-D2's head that rather randomly and needlessly would click when you'd rotate it. You can again here activate the sounds and the lights. Let me, just for the sake of it, let me just pop the light off here so it'll flare a little bit when I do that. There you go, you see. But now what you can see, hopefully, is the light chamber, and also from the top end what that looks like here. So I'm going to leave the light off for a second, because you can also, this is where unfasten this section. This is where the battery goes in, and at the bottom of it, because anyone that's got the sonic screwdrivers knows there's usually a hidden feature or a couple of hidden sound effects. This one is a bit similar to the River Song item, because there's a little button at the bottom of here. Apologies you can't quite see it in this light, but it'll make sense shortly. You press that and hold the activation button simultaneously, and it'll beep. This is an art which obviously clearly I can't do. Okay, and now it changes colour. and you've got a different sound. So we get green. Now we're supposed to also get, but it's as I say, it's an art form that I have not mastered. So we just hold it and hold it and hold it and then release it. And it should beep to let you know that it's done it. But I keep having no success with this whatsoever. That puts it back to blue. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what it is that I'm not doing right. Back to green. I don't want it on green. Back to blue. I'm trying to show you that you can also have... yeah, it doesn't want to play. I don't know what I've got to do to get this to work. That's back to blue. Can I recognise the beep? No, I'm gonna keep trying. But you can actually get this to go red and a different shade of green as well. I did manage to do it earlier, so of course because the camera's on, it now doesn't want to play, which is, you know, standard practice with most things. I'm trying to remember if there's a particular sequence to doing it. I just want to show you the red one. I don't know why I'm pressing everything so many times. Force of habit. Oh no, that's the alternative green one, or yellowish one that we get. So I managed to show you a different one of those. See, it's good to persevere, isn't it? So let's just try that again. I think it's gone back to the default setting. I don't know if I'm making it up when I'm pressing that, and that's the trick to it. No, I'm obviously failing dismally, so I won't subject you to any more of this. We'll put it back to, yeah. That's really easy to reattach. I hope you can see that that's quite easy to reattach. Bring that down like that and open it up. Yep, I thought for a second that I'd done some damage to it. Luckily not. Let's just reactivate the light. Oh, sorry if that flared. But yeah, so I really like this. It's lightweight. It still feels like a toy. It doesn't feel overly fragile, but as I said earlier, I am conscious that there has been some reports of this mechanism. If you overextend it or you're not careful when you push it up, it doesn't really sort of lock into place. You kind of have to just you know, you have to be very careful and feel your way with it. But what you don't want to do is overextend it and break it so that the circuits and the wires don't play ball. So you may not be an avid collector of this sort of memorabilia, and that of course is absolutely at your discretion. Why not everybody wants to have a sonic screwdriver in their life, and that makes sense to me. But I would say I'm really glad that I managed to pick this up. I think it's a really great addition to the screwdrivers collection, which I know is it's not a sentence I anticipated saying first thing this morning, but I think it's a really, really lovely piece. And of course, I think there's a lot of excitement around the 60th anniversary. There's a lot of excitement around seeing David Tennant back. There's a lot of excitement about all the stuff we don't know around what's going to be across these specials, which start airing on the day that I'm releasing this video, all being well. So hopefully we'll see it in action, and we'll get much more Doctor Who merchandise, because again I think it's been a bit of a drought, especially around some of the character options stuff. So I'm really hoping that the enthusiasm they've seen from the market in terms of snapping these things up, because it was phenomenal. Some of you will probably know about that from your own experience, and do feel free to let me know in the comments below if you managed to get one or two of these at all, and how you're getting on with them. And also if you know the trick to the easy win trick to making the colour change work using the hidden button, do let me know in the comments. I'm clearly doing something wrong and I just need somebody who knows what they're talking about to show me. I'll probably go and find it in somebody else's YouTube video next. But yeah, as I mentioned, I do have a spare one of these, so I will be dropping another video a little later today talking about giving that one away and what you need to do to be with a chance of being the recipient for free of it's not a catch, It will be a selected viewer that will be in receipt of it. A couple of things you just need to do to be in with a chance of being selected, and I'll tell you all about that in the upcoming video. So do watch out for that, and I'm looking probably to air that shortly after the first Doctor Who 60th anniversary special called The Star Beast airs this evening in British UK time. So keep an eye back out on the channel. If you don't want to miss it, then by all means subscribe to the channel, and that way you are very most likely will not miss it, especially if you turn on notifications. And if you found this of interest, if you suddenly decided you must get your hands on one of these, or indeed you're happy to try and get hold of one of the standard versions, the retail versions. I think the only difference with the retail version is the vac metal parts aren't. So the silver, the bronze element is a bit dull plastic, and as is the case with the emitter section. So I don't think it's hugely different in terms of quality. I don't know if it has the same level of hidden play factors, but I only have an online exclusive up for grabs. So come back and see that other video, and you'll find out what you can do to be a potential lucky owner, if you think it's lucky, of a online exclusive screwdriver as made by Character Toys. Anyway, thanks for staying with me for the last quarter of an hour or so. I appreciate you're very busy. I've been the Time Travelling Toy Collector. You have been a fantastic audience. Just remains for me to say that I hope to see you in a future video, and that a thing of beauty, which this is, really is a toy forever. Take care, and bye-bye for now.